Hello, my name's Ian Seeger, and today I'm having a chat with Karen Bath and Stuart Beach from Resilient Pilot. So let's see how they're doing and how they are. How are you both?
Good, thanks. Hi, Ian.
I'm good, thanks. Stuart, you doing okay?
Hi. Nice to see you. Thanks for having us on your interview.
Pleasure. So if we just start by introducing yourselves, really, give us a little quick potted history of who you are. Karen, do you want to jump in? Everyone must know you, surely.
Okay, a bit of history as cabin crew for about 13 years, and then joined a company called CTC Aviation, which is quite well known as an air training approved training organisation, famous for the CTC Wings programme originally, now known as L3 Harris. I joined CTC in '99 and left L3 in 2019. Went freelance and now work for various companies within the airline training field, and work in partnership with Stu to set up the Resilient Pilot programme.
Thank you. And Stuart, how about you? Or is it Stu or Stuart, do you prefer?
Oh, you can call me Stu, it's fine. Well, funnily enough, Karen actually recruited me back in the day when it was CTC. That was in 2006, and went off to New Zealand to train to fly. Came back, and 2008 joined British Airways. Been with BA, now a senior first officer on the A380. So I've been with them for 12 years. I've just completed a master's in airline management, and myself and Karen, we've always met up for lunch every now and then, and we've always wanted to sort of develop an idea, and this is a perfect time. We got in touch about 6 or 7 weeks ago and said, what can we do, to help the industry and help our community? This is where we're at with Resilient Pilot today.
Fantastic. So I'm going to switch over to Karen because the audio is slightly better for this little part of it, if we can. Karen, could you kind of explain the concept behind Resilient Pilot, what it is and what it's trying to achieve?
Yeah, basically, the Resilient Pilot is designed as a one-stop shop, really, for the whole pilot community. The idea is that we provide peer support through a team of volunteer mentors who are all pilots with a variety of different airlines. We've also got a number of specialist mentors who can provide more individual wellbeing type mentoring support as well. And the plan is ultimately also to set up a resource library through the website to provide resources to help people stay in touch with the core competencies, refresh their knowledge, just stay up to date and engaged in general with the airline industry, particularly in the current climate. People who are displaced or had just graduated and will be waiting for the airline opportunities, who might not have contact now with their training provider or the airline that they were working for. It provides a network for them to stay engaged and to talk to somebody about what's going on.
Great. So I think you launched, was it earlier this week officially?
Yeah, we launched a landing page a couple of weeks ago, just to start, getting the word out there that this was coming. And actually, the website itself went live last night.
Excellent. Oh, congratulations on that. So I guess it's open to all pilots, as you said. Who do you expect the majority of people who join you to be in training, pre-training, post-training, working, furloughed? Is there any particular slant, or is it just going to be a big mix? Stuart?
On that, the initial idea, the initial concept was for those, for mentoring. The definition is for professionals to guide and support those who are less experienced. But it's from the feedback we've had, it seems there's a vast cross-section of our community that we can help and get involved. So yeah, it's those who are displaced, perhaps furloughed, just waiting an airline job, and also it seems to have developed and progressed into a support network for those people who are well-established professional pilots within the industry. So yeah, it seems to be a full cross-section of the industry.
So is it kind of, if I was to try and describe it, put it in a word for me? Is it a club? Is it a support network? Is it?
Well, the title itself is peer support mentoring network for our community. So basically, and that's, it's got those elements to it, but it's a one-stop shop as well. The idea is to be a one-stop shop of resources for industry professionals, from sort of starting training all the way through up to perhaps retirement, where we can, and it's based around well-being is at the heart of what we do. So there are resources on that, but the 9 pilot competencies that have been defined by ICAO, the structure is based around those pillars. So we're providing a mentorship, peer support, but as well a one-stop shop of resources that will be that we are developing, and that's very dynamic. Of course, it changes every week, and that's the idea.
Yeah. So how do people join you if there are some pilots in training, want to be pilots, pilots working? How do they become part of Resilient Pilot?
Visit the website, which is resilientpilot.com, and you can simply just sign up for newsletters through the website if that's all the involvement that you want. Or you can also go onto the mentors page and view the various profiles of the mentors that have all volunteered their time and connect with a mentor. So we ask people to nominate 3 mentors that they feel that they connect best with, and that way we can make sure that the mentors can give enough time to their mentees, rather than one mentor end up with an overload of mentees potentially. So yeah, they can submit a form showing their preference of mentors, and then we'll introduce the mentor and the mentee to each other. And then ultimately, the website will also host these resources that we're talking about. So we're in the process of collating an extensive range of resources that will help them refresh their knowledge or stay up to date, linked to the core competencies.
So what is it? Does it cost someone to join your?
No, it's completely free.
Completely free. So really, there's
not for profit. It's completely free, and it's all run by volunteers.
That's great. So really, anyone who's involved in aviation, in kind of that part of aviation, has nothing to lose, and maybe even something to offer as a mentor. What's the process for someone who wants to become a mentor?
The process to become a mentor, we made some connections with people that we knew in the early days of our discussions about launching Resilient Pilot. So we have a number of people that we already had connections with, who in turn have introduced us to people that they felt would be ideal for the role. So that's how the original team of mentors has been established. But depending on the level of interest, we will more than likely, let's hope, be looking to expand our mentor team. And the main importance about it is somebody that is passionate and really just wants to do their best for people. One of the things that we make really, really clear through the site is we don't profess in any way, shape or form to be experts. We're not trying to cast opinions or anything like that. We're trying to provide an ear. And if somebody wants to talk through something and it's outside of our mentors or even Resilient Pilots' expertise, then we will go and find somebody or something that might help them resolve whatever their current challenges. And they might not all be about challenges. It might be about people sharing positive experiences as well, obviously. So yeah, as far as the mentors process is concerned, it's about being passionate, wanting to support and help people, have a connection to the airline industry, even if they are our wellbeing and specialist mentors rather than pilot mentors. They've all got a connection with the airline industry, and wanting to help keep the pilot community connected.
Excellent. So hopefully there'll be some room for some people who want to give back to the industry to come and help if the need's there. And obviously for other people, it's just going to be a case of spreading the word and asking, I presume, your mentees, if they have a great experience, will spread the word amongst their cohort as well.
And just to add to that, actually, what we are looking for is more resources for the website now. So the first stage we wanted to launch was the mentor process. But the next phase is developing a resource library. So that's an appeal that we would put out there, is if people are finding really useful resources that they found useful, that they feel others would benefit from, then we'll be looking at how we can ask them to share those with us. And it's a pooling of resources. It's non-competitive. It's a pooling of resources to help people. It's about helping people who are already in the industry.
It's a service. It's a support. It's a net.
We're in the here and now, and we're trying to help people in and now to stay connected and engage with the community. That's what it's about.
Finally, to wrap up, if you could leave people with kind of one statement about what you would like them to do now, why they should do anything at all, in fact, rather than just watch another box set of something or other, what would it be? Well,
Resilient Pilot, it's a platform for those who are willing to provide support and mentorship to our colleagues who might be of greater need. So it's a platform to get in touch, to be a mentor and give something back. But it's also, importantly, it's a one-stop resource for all our community to visit, to share, and to maintain the resilience so that when the time comes, we can bounce back.
If people would like to join, if people would like to see a little bit more about what it's about, then the best way is to go to www.resilientpilot.com, which is the URL on the screen now. So thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please do me a favor, click like, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.